I'm trying to contain an outbreak here, and you're driving the monkey to the airport.
She's acquiring a skill that will help her socially.
The morning stream. The tingling means it's working. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. It is December 11th, 2025. Scott Johnson here. Brian Ibbett there. What's going on?
Hello. It's Thursday. It's, I think, one of my favorite days of the week. Maybe my favorite day of the week.
I like Thursdays quite a bit, too.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. But you get the anticipation of the weekend coming. Yeah. It's just nice.
Yeah, I always feel a little better on Thursdays. But then I do this thing where I marathon shows on Thursdays, and then I'm really tired at the end of it. Mm-hmm. I got to figure that out. I mean, it's just because core goes so long. It's just
core is
so
3 hours,
long.
4 hours long. Yeah, right.
3.5 hours on average. That's a long time to be in front of a microphone. But today it starts later. We start today at 4 o'clock because from 4 to 5:30 we have a regular show, our 500th show.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, it's pretty good little.
I think you're really going to stick with this thing.
Yeah, I feel like maybe this one's going to go the distance.
maybe it's going to work out.
Yeah, and then right after that we roll right into those game awards. So it's going to be a bit of a marathon tonight.
Oh, right. Yes.
I think that goes to like 9 or 8 or 8:30 or something.
Holy cow! Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be nuts though. But another 500. I don't know how many 500s that is. This show obviously passed that mark a long time ago.
Yes, we've had 6 500s or.
Let's see. What is today's episode's 2934. So
almost 6 500s.
Yeah,
we've had 500. We've had 5 500s.
Yeah.
and we're 66 episodes away from our 6th 500.
Yep. That's a lot of 500s, you guys.
That is a lot of 500s, yes.
We're like 20-something episodes away. No, I'm sorry, 40-something episodes away from 3,000.
No,
right?
It's 2934 today, right?
Yeah. So what does that mean?
We're 66.
66
episodes.
Yeah. I'm thinking that would be 7.
Yesterday would have been 67.
Oh, shit. We've fallen into the trap.
And we talked about In and Out yesterday with the whole 6-7 thing. Amazing. Wow,
I know.
weird.
It's all coming around. The kids are right. The kids are right.
All roads lead to 6-7.
Yeah, the kids were right the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a story that started out as like, oh my gosh, we've got a trend to. And it ended so stupid. Oh my gosh.
I was so excited for this. Okay, great. I can't.
You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed for me. All right.
Oh no. Okay.
So you know how the other day I told you there was a whole chicken uncooked just laying in the neighbor's driveway.
Yeah.
That's still, that happened. That was a thing. I threw it away. Never could figure out what happened. Yesterday, I go out there and I see a chicken wing on my driveway.
Okay.
But this time it was cooked, and I was like,
oh,
the plot thickens. What's going on here? Did someone swing by here and throw a cooked piece of a wing? It looked like it had been like even seasoned. The skin was kind of brown and whatever. And it was just laying there on my driveway. So
like
I get my phone.
Like a full chicken wing, not like a little buffalo wing, but like a full chicken wing.
Yeah, like a full, detached from the shoulder or whatever you call that on a chicken,
but not deep fried, no batter or anything. It was but it did look like it had been cooked.
Yeah, like a baked
rotisserie.
There you go, rotisserie style. That's it.
Yeah,
couldn't think of the word. So that's just laying out there.
Yeah,
and I go, all right, this story just got a new chapter. I grab my phone. I'm like, all right, anyone around here? I'm gonna figure this out. And then I presented this, and Kim goes, "That's ours." And I said, "It's what?" She goes, "Yeah, that's ours from that lemon pepper chicken I made like 2 weeks ago. It was finally kind of going a little south because nobody finished all the leftovers. So I threw that out. You must have dropped it on your way out to take it to the garbage.
To take the trash out?
Yeah. So I think that was just me doing that. I just dropped chicken."
Funny.
But because, there's a lesson in this about escalating stories, right? Like you see things that support your bias and you immediately jump to it.
We're looking for patterns. We're looking for raw chicken patterns all the
time. Raw chicken patterns are everywhere, it turns out. But yeah, that was just me dropping chicken.
Could it, if maybe it wasn't you dropping it, is it possible that you, a fox or a coyote or something got the chicken out of the...
Possibly. Could be an animal. Could be even one of the we have a giant neighbor dog that's about the size of a truck. It's possible that dog did it. It's possible. There's a bunch of possibilities, but also me walking out there with a couple of bags. If the bag was like had a little hole or not quite totally tied up at the top or something, as I took it out to where our cans were, it's possible it just flopped out there. But it was definitely chicken we had, and also I was irritated because I think that chicken still had life in it. I could have eaten it. Not that I'm going to eat it now that it's been on the ground, but I don't think that 2-week-old chicken had gone south yet.
No, gosh, no.
It might have been oily. It may have been a little greasy.
Yeah, 2 weeks is on the edge, man. It's on the edge.
How do you go? How do you test? You smell it?
Sniff test, absolutely. Yeah, totally the sniff test.
And what's the smell on chicken that you don't want? It's just like a kind of rotting flesh.
Anything
kind of
that doesn't smell like what it should smell like. Basically, you base it on the seasons. That was lemon pepper chicken.
Yeah.
If you smell something that's stronger than the lemon and the pepper, then that's where you need to draw the line and say, okay, I'm smelling something that's different. That's not lemon nor pepper. How do I get this out of the house in one piece into the trash can without dropping a wing on the ground?
I hate wasting food so much that I probably err on the side of it a little bit more when there's something.
Listen, I still have that damn salty barbecue in the fridge because I'm like, I could eat some of it.
You can put it with something else. Something bland, and then maybe the combination of the two will equal the normal amount of sodium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
By the way, huge thanks to Sports Cut in the chat. He says, advance Merry Christmas, Scotty 2 Hottie, Brian, and the TMS chat plus all other Frog Pants shows. I've been listening for 9 years and always love listening to you two chuckleheads and read from the community. And made a donation of $250.
Whoa!
Just a little generous little Christmas.
Look at
it's
that.
a Christmas miracle.
Holy crap! Sports Cuts.
Yeah.
Can I come there and get my my bowl cut? I'm trying to get.
That's right. Do you put on television like it's the? I've never been in one of those. Obviously, they came out after I started shaving my head. The sports haircut places, but
yeah, I don't know what they actually do there. What's their specialty?
I think just that you get a haircut while you're looking at at NFL channel or something.
Okay, so there's TVs around and all that. It's like a sports bar instead of a bar.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is it really 250 pesos?
Oh, it is pesos.
It's 250 pesos.
Yeah, so it's like $1.50 or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's still
it's
very
fine.
nice. It's
very nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gracias, amigo.
See, El Dorito.
Yes.
It's terrible.
All right, let's see. Who can top that?
Yeah, top 250 pesos.
Here's 300 pesos. All right, well, it's still very nice of you, very generous.
That was very nice. We see 250.00 and we go, ooh,
totally
dollars.
I don't know how to understand these chat things.
I know. Imagine if it was yen, it'd be like 40,000 yen or something.
It'd be right. It'd be 250 yen would be 88 cents or something like that. I don't know.
Still feel like if I lived in Japan, I would petition the government to just, you got to figure it out. Make a larger denomination or something. When you walk into a place and they go, how much is that bowl of ramen? That'll be 650 billion yen. It's like, okay. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter now because we're all electronic. It's all phones and credit, but
it's right. Exactly. It might as well be space points for all it matters. Really.
Yeah. It's very weird. Yeah. Anyway,
Brian, $20. All right. So that comes out, 250 pesos comes out to about $20.
Oh, that's not nice. Bad. Yeah. That's not bad. So that's like, I don't know. What can you get in Mexico for $20?
I don't know about Mexico, but I can get a couple Taco Bell value meals or whatever they're called, boxes. What the deluxe box or what?
The Cravings box. Those are really good.
Cravings box. That's the one. Yes.
Let me give you some advice about Taco Bell. Yesterday, my daughter Taylor picked some up for us and brought it here.
Yeah.
Just was being very nice. She's like, "Hey, you and Carter want lunch?" I'm like, "Sure, that'd be great." So she brought it over. And here's the trick. Even if you're ordering off DoorDash or something, there's a trick. The trick is you go to their values menu, and you could say this about any place, but in particular, there are like, for example, there are combos on the Taco Bell menu. They're going to run you $12. But if you go to the values menu, you'll find the exact same 3 items.
Yeah.
Buy them separately. They're like $1.20, 99 cents, $2, whatever. And you'll end up spending like $4 on the same thing.
Totally. Or you do the cravings box, which lets you swap out things, and it's like, great, all right, cravings box, but swap out the soft taco for a bean burrito or whatever. I mean, you can get to the things you want to with the little swap outs.
Yeah, and there's a ton of food to be had if you're into that food. I mean, I'm not saying it's good food, but it's,
it's cheap food.
It's cheap food. And sometimes you just crave it and you want it. And I did yesterday, and I had a fantastic little beefy burrito, cheesy thing, and some kind of double layer taco thing, and it was good.
Oh yeah, nice.
I spent like $3. $3.
Yeah, I would do that today, but I've got leftover spaghetti that I can't wait to dive into.
Ooh, throw a little of that barbecue on top of there, say.
I could actually. That would kind of work because it is beef. It's like a beef bolognese sauce and a little bit of salty burnt ends. I don't know about the barbecue flavor though.
Yeah.
The barbecue flavor or the barbecue sauce flavor, I don't think would go well with the bolognese.
Yeah, putting that on there is a little weird.
Yeah.
Brian, you got some advice for our hobbyists?
I do. Yeah. So we've talked about the fantastic offering from the Bob Smith Industries glue. This is the best stuff. This is the stuff I get at Hobbytown. And it is clearly $4.79 for a little tube right there.
Oh, not bad. Yeah.
And like hating to waste food, I also hate to waste glue. And sometimes when you're using this, you put your little bloop, 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 you glue on stuff, and then you cap it, and then you set it aside. And then the next time it's like, oh, there's a little bit of crusty glue on there. I got to kind of scrape that off with an X-Acto or whatever. And I've thrown away so many bottles that had half of the glue in here because I kept cutting down the little applicator bit to get rid of the crust that was up at the top. I've tried jabbing things down in there to open up the hole. The dude at Hobbytown said, here's what you do. You cut the little tip off, right? Little tiny little tip cut off on there.
Yeah.
And then you take a little tiny nail. Now this is a picture hanging nail. There's probably better nails. There are definitely better nails upstairs that I didn't bother to go up and get. Yeah. But you just basically put the nail down into the tip and you keep it there, put the cap on top of it with the nail in there. And then when you get ready to use the glue, you pull the nail out, use your glue, put the nail back in, put the cap back on.
Does it resist sticking to the metal or something? Is that how?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the metal, for whatever reason, the metal nail comes out a lot easier than trying to put like a wooden toothpick or a
it's a great idea. Let's probably do some similar thing like that with most of those kind of adhesives or hardcore glues.
I would think so. Yeah, like your crazy glue. Well, crazy glue probably would do well with metal. This stuff does. Bob Smith Industries CYA glue, cyanoacrylate glue.
I love Bob Smith. He's the best.
I do too. Bob Smith. Hi, I'm Bob Smith.
That's a guy who's just like, you know what? I don't need a special fancy name. We're just gonna.
Right, but it is funny that's like, oh, I've invented this glue. You know what this needs is a good unique name like Bob Smith Industries glue.
Yeah. Hi, Bob Smith Industries. How can I help you? I love it.
Yeah,
love it.
So
that's great.
Anyway,
nice little tip. There you go.
Little tip.
Take that various and that. You know what? Don't be putting nails in your tip, but do in this case.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
This is great advice because I know we have a bunch of people in our community.
Yeah, a lot of hobbyists, a lot of people who build models, a lot of people who do other things. Easy Rita says, can you use a thumbtack and leave the cap off? Yeah, I mean, if the thumbtack is. If the pin part of the thumbtack is wide enough to completely block the hole, then yeah, because all you need is something that keeps air from getting in there. So,
yeah, as long as you keep air from getting in, you won't harden or lose. You won't lose the whole bottle.
Exactly. So
that's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hobby.
Yeah.
What are they called? What's the place?
Hobbytown.
Hobbytown. I don't know who that is.
Way better than Hobby Lobby. Hobbytown USA. We've got a few of them here in Denver. I love it. It's like it's all stuff. Well, I was going to say it's all stuff for things that I love, but they have more than that. They've got like RC cars and RC planes kind of stuff, model train kind of stuff. But then one whole side is the Vallejo paints that I like, the really good brushes, big X-Acto cutting tables and things like that. And then another section are like the Aurora models that you used to get as a kid, like of monsters and superheroes and funny cars and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. It's like Hammond Toy. No, is that Hammond Toys? There used to be a place here. Maybe there still is, and it was like that. It was like a lot of. It wasn't just going to Michael's or something where it was all crap materials.
Right. Yeah. That's what differentiates it from Michael's. It's not like aisles of styrofoam in every shape possible and floral plastic flowers as far as the eye can see. Nope. This is like, this is for. You know what? This is men's hobby town.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's not men's hobby town. But
ladies are welcome. You can come in there too.
Your non-decorative hobbies, your serious models and trains and RC cars and planes and stuff like that.
Van and I have a tradition when we go to these stores, any of those, they always have the letters, like the big painted letters or the ones you can paint. And I will always go find a V, an A, and an N and make his name.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you put fart. You leave fart out on the shelf.
No, but that's a great idea. That's what we'll do when he's 12. But for now, when he's 6, I just make his name and have him stand by it and we take a picture. So I got 10 of these shots of him standing by his name in a hobby store.
That's cool.
Yeah, kind of fun. But yeah, the fart thing's probably on the menu at some point.
Yeah, I think when he's tired of that, you move on to fart and butt.
Yeah. I did give him a whoopee cushion about 2 weeks ago. I think we talked about it. He thinks that's the greatest thing in the history of the planet.
Still enjoying the whoopee cushion.
Well, so this is one of those where if you love it too much, you're going to break it. And he ruined the lip part. It tore open with a really hard sit or something. So now
prolapsed, with a prolapsed whoopee cushion.
Yeah, it wasn't meant for such things. So we're gonna have to get him another one. I don't know what I'll get him.
That's sewn back up.
Probably get him like one of those self-inflating ones or something, so you don't have to blow on it all the time.
That's right. Oh, geez.
Let's get some news out of the way, and then a little bit later we'll be joined by my sister, the therapist Wendi Dunford, who will help us with some therapy. But before that, we're going to do this. It's time for the news, brought to you by
another thing that I do every year. You get your Beatles show around Thanksgiving. You've got your countdown around the end of the year, around the last 2 weeks of the year. But before we do that, we have to do a Christmas coverville. Covers of songs that are either your traditional Christmas songs or more modern Christmas songs like All I Want for Christmas Is You and Is That You, Santa Claus? And stuff like that. You're going to hear people like, you won't hear Mariah Carey. I'll tell you that with complete certainty. No, today you're going to hear folks like Phoebe Bridgers, St. Vincent, The Darkness, Bryan Adams, The Renaissance, the Oh Hellos, which is a band that I figure must have had some inspiration from Brian Dunaway, who probably has a band called the Oh Highs.
Oh, yeah, right.
But,
that's a great name for something, Oh High.
The Oh Highs. There's a movie coming out or came out already called Oh High.
Oh, is it that sounds like a place, right?
There is an Oh High. Oops.
Oh High.
Yeah, and it's OJAI, California, right?
California, okay. Is that the movie's about or set in or something?
No, I think the movie is actually OHHI.
Oh, truly a Dunaway experience. Great.
It's truly a Dunaway experience, yeah. It's a 2025 American romantic comedy film directed by Sophie Brooks and starring Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman.
People I don't know.
People you don't know. Oh, also starring David Cross. There you go. There's the first name that you'd recognize in Oh Hi.
Yeah. Is he painted blue? Because forget it if he isn't.
He's not. I'm sorry. He did not blue himself for this film.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Doing it live today, right after the show, or
live right after the show. That's right. That's what we were talking about. About 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Twitch.tv/Coverville.
Fantastic. Our first story today: a woman in complete disbelief. Oh man, she's disbelief woman, is what she is.
She is.
As she discovered her entire driveway has been stolen. I have a photo of this, and it's going to blow your minds when you see it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this.
There's an actual realtor. She's a realtor. She has been left shocked after discovering somebody made off with her entire driveway. Paige Batten of Tennessee had bought the house back in 2024, hoping to quickly flip it. Things appeared to have been going swimmingly with the job, but a buyer coming to visit the property in November this year, with a buyer coming to look at it. So last month, I guess.
Yeah.
But Paige was in for shock when she got a call from the potential buyer, as they had seemingly innocuous questions for her that left her shocked and wondering what on earth had happened. But there's a lot of use of the word shock here.
Shock, a lot of shock.
Story was picked
And
up by local news stations. She explained, let's see. Okay,
I would argue that you can't steal a driveway. You can just turn a concrete driveway into a dirt driveway.
You know what? I'm going to agree. The use of the term stolen implies they took a thing that they could then resell or have or do another driveway with.
Right,
There's no way.
It also implies that once you take away the concrete, it ceases to be a driveway, and it's still a driveway. It's just a dirt driveway. It's like my escalator's broken. No, your escalator just turned into stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she thought it was just like a mix-up with a contractor or something. Maybe they thought, we're supposed to take it out instead of fix cracks or something, but they still don't know.
I'd love to see what a before photo, if there's a before, like what the driveway looks like.
Is there one now? Maybe the article's got one. Let's see. No.
You'd think as a realtor, she'd have pictures of the driveway beforehand.
This is her here, I think. Oh, no, that's someone else.
Oh.
Woman 43 heartbroken after doctors told her she had 2 years left despite being fit and healthy. Well, that's a dark story.
Jeez. Okay.
Anyway, I don't know why.
Is that a picture before they told her? Because that's an awfully happy picture for somebody who just told they have 2 years left.
Yeah, it's an odd pic for a photo. Anyway, I guess just keep your eye on your driveways, everybody. You never know. Somebody might come and do stuff. I always worry about that.
Bandits.
Isn't there kind of a trope in movies where just, like one of those big wrecking balls will take something down, but I didn't order that.
But it's the wrong thing. Yeah.
Wrong house. I feel like I've seen that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think that's what's going on.
Obviously, I want to think Money Pit, but Money Pit was intentional. That house just kept getting demolished bit by bit. But it does feel like, we've seen something where there's, a guy standing in the street with his hands on his hips, pointing at the house behind him that says condemned, and then the building over where then there's a guy with a wrecking ball scratching his head like,
It's not. Am I thinking of Hitchhiker's Guide, the movie where Arthur Dent his house is set for demolition and he stands in front of the thing? His house was
set for demolition and he just didn't get the notice about it because of it was hidden in a box in the back of a thing with a sign that says "Beware of the leopard" or something like that.
And they were putting a road through or something, highway. I can't remember what the deal was.
Right.
Something about that's ringing familiar to me. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Anyway, also, it's not a prank or even a revenge thing because to do this requires too much. You'd have to come and break it all up, take it away. It's a massive job. You'd pay somebody $8,000 to do that.
Right.
Which she may end up doing. I don't know.
She's going to be paying somebody $8,000 to do it. Hopefully, there's a ring cam with showing which company came and took the thing apart, so she can kind of track down the chain of command.
Part of me part of me is a little annoyed that people are still flipping houses and not. There's too much investment in the housing market, and not enough people just being able to afford to live in homes. I hate that. So I'm not saying I've got relatives who have like 4 houses that they just rent out because it's an investment. And I get it. They do Airbnb at a couple of them. The other 2, they rent to some people who live here. But I don't like how housing has become investment property instead of the value of it should be that people have a house and that it's affordable for more people to get a house and pay for a house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The housing market sucks ass. I hate it.
The housing market sucks ass. I don't know if it's because of people flipping houses, but here, and there, the prices just shot up and
it's really bad. And then my kids, I can't afford this shit. We thought it was expensive when we were in our 20s. They're all like...
Totally, yeah. No, Tristan and Kay, they currently have to have a roommate with their apartment. And they're married with a roommate.
Yeah. Feels like it's got bubble quality to it. Maybe it'll pop. We'll see what happens.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Big corporate... Big, like Zillow buying a bunch of houses. They shouldn't be able to do that. F off, these people. All right, one final story before we pull Wendi in. A zoo in Denmark. I feel like we talked about this story. Was it the same zoo? Let's see. A zoo in Denmark asked patrons to donate their pets not as attractions but for food. Did we talk about that?
We talked about this. Yeah.
That might have been an old story.
And the date on it is August 6th, 2025.
Oh, yeah. This came up in my feed, and I think somebody just reposted it. That's all it is. So I'll move to this one. A drone dropped crab legs, steak, and Old Bay, what do you call it? Seasoning inside a South Carolina prison.
Perfect.
And
Dang.
That drone was...
Someone's got a good friend.
That drone was driven by Brian Dunaway. South Carolina Department of Corrections said contraband was dropped by a drone at the Lee Correctional Institution in what the agency described as an apparent attempt to deliver drugs and other items into the prison. The agency spokesperson said the drone dropped off items early in the morning hours at the maximum security prison in Bishopsville. In a post on social media, they said this seems like some folks are planning an early holiday, Old Bay crab boil and steak dinner along with their marijuana and cigarettes, all dropped off by a drone.
I'm hoping everything was cooked because I don't think you've got the stuff at prison to cook a steak or boil a crab. And like this has to be like, yep, we've cooked it. Now we're dropping it as opposed to.
Yeah.
We're dropping raw steak and
it makes
a frozen crab.
Makes me want to know if they dropped a chicken off at my neighbor's house as well while they were at it. Maybe
could have been a drone.
Might have been.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's your news. Hopefully that helped inform you as well as entertain you. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to do this.
Something wrong, Batman? Has anybody seen Wendi?
No, I've seen her. She's right here. She's with us now. Hi, Wendi. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on? How the heck are you?
I'm good. How the heck are you?
I'm about a week away from you being here again.
I know.
Hey.
I think I should just live there.
I think so too.
It would make things so much easier.
Yeah. Or I should get rich and take Delta so I don't have to walk the whole length of that freaking airport.
I know, right?
Oh, there you go.
Really, I'll say this. The Salt Lake Airport, Salt Lake International 2.0 Airport, which has been getting great reviews and high ratings on timeliness and all this stuff. And it's beautiful what they're doing and really nice thing. They're on to stage 3, whatever that means. All of that stuff is fine. But unless you're a Delta flyer, it's hard. Everything else is BFE. And they are talking about putting
a train, something.
Yeah.
Every airport has a train. Get a train.
So they're doing that. That's part of phase 3 or 4 or whatever they're doing.
Is it?
But right now,
because I get there at 7, I'm like, pick me up at 7:45.
Yeah. Most of that is walking. So anyway, it'll be good to see you again, though, of course, and we'll have a little sibling time, hang out with mom, fun stuff.
Be good.
I have a story to tell you when you get here. It was so stupid. Anyway. It'll be great. Anyway, hey, Wendy's here because she is an actual therapist, helps people all the time with their real problems, comes on the show and slums it with us once a week to talk about yours. Sometimes they're emails, sometimes they're otherwise. Today it's a text that we got via our text system at voicecast.app/TMS. And I'll just get right to it, unless you got anything else you want to lead with, Wendi.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
here we go. Dear Wendi and those other 2 dorks. I think he means us, Brian.
Great start.
Yep.
You think?
And he's 100% correct.
It feels like he's right. I'm not going to argue with him. He says, you can call me Brent on the show. That's my dog's name. So this is not really a guy named Brent.
But I love that his dog is named Brent.
I know.
It's a great dog name, Brent.
You guys, your dog's got a name like that, right, Wendi? It's
Tommy,
like
and his girlfriend up the street is Ivy.
That's amazing.
They just seem like old timers,
Tommy and Ivy.
Tommy and Ivy.
That's amazing.
Right.
Well, anyway, he says this.
Brent's
I have a
great.
question. Why do something in particular all the time? I really put in caps. Let offhanded comments get to me, even when the comment was obviously throwaway and not meant seriously. Someone once told me as a teen that 10% of joking is real. I think that's how it went. Anyway, I feel that I assume the person saying the thing always really means what they are saying. It can be about really any aspect of life, work, hobbies, sports, anything. It just bugs me for weeks and weeks. And I feel like I even will avoid that person for a while because I am mad at them or something they probably never did. For something they probably didn't mean or even do. Anyway, don't know if this has a name, but whatever it is, it drives me crazy. Some info about me. I am 42. I work a full-time job in a tech-related field. On the side, I like to paint, golf, and fish. I am single, no kids, no girlfriend right now either. I have a lot of friends, mostly from work, and we hang out on the weekends. Oh, and I live with Brent. Hope this some of this helps. Sincerely, Brent in need of Brent indeed is how he said it.
Brent in need is a Brent indeed.
Yeah, Brent in need is a Brent indeed. So yeah, that kind of lays it out. This guy hears somebody make an offhanded little jab, little side thing, and he takes it seriously, even though he's pretty sure the person saying it doesn't mean any harm. They're just being fun and ribbing you.
I don't know about the 10%, but I've heard that there's, and Red Fraggle actually has the quote, "Many a truth hath been spoken in jest," but it was like, yeah, there's little truth in every bit of sarcasm or something to that effect. That I've also heard that phrase.
Yeah.
And so I am so guilty of this too. Like somebody will make an offhanded comment or mean something innocuously, and I'll try and read more into it, some self-esteem issue. I'll read more into it than there really was intended.
Well, let me ask, do you try to read more into it, or you can't help it?
I can't help it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's what happens. It's like a little tiny splinter. It's like, all right, they say something, pretty funny. I kind of brush it off. And then it's like, wait, there's like a little splinter in there. Oh, it's jabbing deep further and further into my skin the more I try and brush it off. I can't get rid of it. It's going
now
deeper.
It's infected.
Now it's infected. Yeah.
Okay. That's a great analogy. Okay. I'd like to start here. What kind of dog is this?
Clearly it's a golden retriever. You don't name a pug Brent.
No.
But that's even funnier.
Yeah.
So I want it to
It's
be
a golden retriever with a red bandana.
Sure. Although, I mean,
disposition.
I'm with Wendi that if it was a pug, that's an amazing name for a pug.
It's an amazing name.
for a
Brent,
pug.
get in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, that's distracting until I know I can't answer the other. No, just kidding.
I love what
Yeah,
a dog
just-
person you've become over the years, by the way. I love
I
it.
do love a good dog.
Yeah.
Well, I think I like cats too, and I'm confused because I feel like the world has divided itself on cats and dogs, but they're great in their own way.
Yeah.
Like I think a cat who kind of hates its owner is so funny to me.
Oh, yeah. Pets are awesome in general,
love
man.
it.
They're great.
They
Yeah.
are great.
I
Okay,
need 'em.
all right, moving on. All right, so I was told as a teen, and it feels real, and I've been thinking about it ever since. It's a thing, right?
Mhm.
And then also, that's probably true. I mean, Shakespeare did say it best. Like, it's a thing, right? And yet, most of us are walking around. That's what humor is, right? It's gathering, it's awareness enough of a situation to gather some element to then reference that makes it funny or callback or whatever. Like it's a sign of intelligence, right? So if someone is joking with you, so we should talk about this just briefly, and then we'll get to what this is and what to do about it. But I think it varies on your history or your background or what felt like love as a kid. So if, we all know Scott was emotionally and psychologically abusive to me.
Hey now, I just chased
No,
you the
I'm
one
kidding.
time.
I'm kidding. Not at all. But there was enough teasing and there's enough playfulness and there was enough humor and enough jabbing and joking that I think there's a development of like, oh, that's a love language, right?
Right. right.
And
Not
and
even like a thick skin. It's like
No.
you just translate it. You translate it differently. Yeah.
thick skin would be like, oh, that hurts and I'm just dealing with it. It's more
Right.
like,
yeah. Nope,
if we're
I'm
not-
reframing it or reinterpreting it or interpreting it the way it's intended, I guess.
if I don't make fun of how you say a word wrong, then it means I don't feel close to you.
Right.
And vice versa, because I do it all day long. Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So there's that kind of a foundational piece to is there some sensitivity generally, because that is not how you, that doesn't feel like a love language at all to you. Like, so you kind of can measure your own stuff. I think the key here is some self-awareness, right? Where is something someone could joke about with you that you would be like, totally. Yeah. Because you're aware of it and you're confident about it and it doesn't bug you. So maybe it's about fishing or your dog, Brent. You're like, yeah, let's tease or joke about that. Or, let someone make a sarcastic something, because the key is not, are you like, do you feel confident about that thing? And are you used to jabbing as a way of interacting? Because some people really are, and they meet other people who are not, and chaos ensues. Or, you meet someone who can also speak that language, and you're like, oh, sweet. I know I'm safe to be, do this with this person. Right. So it's, you're all over the map with different people, different things. So
I can kind of hear it with this guy. Like if he's with these friends on the weekend, people he works with, and he says, and some of them say, hey, we're all going to this bar on Saturday and we're going to do this and this and this. Are you in? And his answer is, oh shoot, I'm supposed to be fishing that day. And then the friends go, I mean, I'm making this up, but this seems reasonable that something like this could happen where the friends are like, oh, Mr. Fisherman's got to go fishing. Okay, well, I guess we'll, you know what I mean? That kind of thing from the giver, the person saying it, is just taking the piss, or however they say it in Europe, dorking around, busting your balls, as they say in America or wherever says it. But on his end, maybe he's taking, like, especially at the beginning, is like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll see you guys later. But then later it like eats at him. It's like, do they really think, like, why do they think my fishing's so dumb or what? Like I'm obviously I'm making all this up, but that feels like a common thing that might happen to our Brent.
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy saying it, if he had better eloquent words, it would be like, we're really going to miss you. I wish you were coming.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's actually a way of saying, we really want you there. You're not coming. I don't know how to handle that disappointment, so I'm going to mock you.
Well, and the other problem is if he starts to say, let's say he goes, screw you, I love my fishing, and walks away. Now he's got a new problem, which is all of his friends are going to walk around on eggshells around this guy.
Right.
And they're like, oh, don't set him off again with the fishing.
Yeah, we apparently we struck a nerve. We can't joke with him about the fishing. He's very sensitive about that.
About fishing.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so disarming when someone will tease themselves for you first, because it means they're like, oh, yeah.
You're opening the door. You're giving him carte blanche to right, the self-deprecating stuff you start with.
Yes. And you're wearing a hat with the giant fake fish on it. And you're like, I'm owning this. I'm proud of this. Yeah. You can all suck it and feel that way authentically. Right. So we're talking about how we learn to socialize at our essence. And every culture will do a slightly different thing here. And so you can take whatever you've learned and go to another country and be like, wow, I am bombing. This is not how this works. So like the saving face concept in Asian cultures, you're not going to just razz somebody because of something, or you come to Minnesota and you're too direct, they're going to freak out, right? Like it will have its own, people will have their own style. And within that culture, there's family styles and that, right? Okay. But he's, I think, alluding, there's the global look, but here, if you look at like down deep per person and like what he feels, it sounds like he has the brain rumination deal that happens a lot with a lot of things. And his brain has chosen this thing. So people's joking or sarcasm or whatever it might be, doesn't matter what it's about. It will just bug him for weeks and weeks. That's a long time. Right. And that's what he's saying. He's like, hello, I don't need to be thinking about this little dumb thing for a long time. And then I'm going to actually behave in the real world based on this story I've been telling myself. Yeah. So we've talked about this before, but essentially this idea that our brain needs to understand what's happening and it will make up everything it can to understand. And if someone came to him, said something, like say that little thing happened, and then the next day the guy called him and just said, that was not cool of me. I'm really sorry. I did not even mean it rude, but I'm sure it came off that way. But like, we just wish you were there. That's all. Yeah. Would that stop the ruminating? I think it might.
It might it may even for good. Yeah. It might even with that person anyway. It might actually deepen the understanding of the two. Like.
Yeah.
I see now more where you're coming from, and I now have a better understanding that you didn't mean any harm by this. And
and you were just joking.
And it's also figuring out, what things people are confident about with themselves and what things they're really sensitive about with themselves. Like somebody could make a joke about me saying, geez, Brian, are you ever going to get to paint all those minis you've got in that room? And I could be like, I know, right? Be totally on that. But if it's something that I'm more Like, hey, Brian, when are you going to clean up that basement? I see you're digging mini discs out there that you bought 25 years ago that are like,
You're like, oh,
what are you doing? Hoarding down there? It's like, okay, all right. It's, easy.
easy. This matters. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you have that difference, right? But
Yeah.
he put here that it can be about anything, which makes me,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
makes me
hobbies,
think
sports,
there's
anything.
probably
right.
worse ones than others, but maybe it's a bit of the sort of underlying confidence thing. So I have no idea if Brent the dog or Brent the man have this issue, but I think sometimes not knowing quite how to read a social situation can get you into real trouble. So take our neurodiverse friends who are not always reading facial expressions correctly, or feeling the vibe and reading the room. Like those things can be really difficult. And so you may also not even know that's what's happening, or you're miscuing, and then your brain will do this thing that every brain does, which is try to make sense of the feeling that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to guess someone says something sarcastic, he has a feeling, and then his brain is going to do like a permanent full-time job for weeks to try to understand it so that he doesn't feel bad anymore. The irony is it makes him feel worse.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would challenge him to do this. In fact, let's do this with everyone at the same time.
Let's do it.
Okay. So everyone think of something recently somebody said or did, and you can, a part of you is like, well, it's just being funny. It's just silly. Like you have a justifier part in your head trying to make it all better, probably. And then you have another part of you is like, can't stop thinking about it. Like, what do they mean? Or do they not like me? Whatever the story is, but you got something recently. Does everyone got one?
I have one from, it's kind of from years ago, but it still bugs me.
One.
So here's a long-term one.
From a few days ago.
Oh, good.
So Brian's got a fresh one.
Oh, this is perfect. We got a fresh one, then we have a lingering, festering
Very
one.
stale one. Okay.
Generally speaking, I'll just tell you what it is. So this person is somebody who I like and respect and is close to me and is family. I'll say that. That's all I'll say is they're family. And because they literally are family. And they said some years ago, didn't know I'd heard him say it, but said to somebody else, they were talking about what everyone does for a living.
Yeah.
And when they got to me, he goes, and whatever it is Scott does. And then moved on.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
That bugged me. It still bugs me to this day.
Sure.
Even though there's a part of me that knows they actually really don't get it and they don't fully understand it. And so they're in a very different place and mindset. They don't think about any of the stuff I'm doing because it's not in their wheelhouse at all. So part of me knows that that's just them being flippant and funny and like, well, whatever it is he does. Yeah. Because I know the same person has in other situations said, well, Scott's the one that's figured it out. He's doing the thing he loves the most. The rest of us are all scrambling with stuff we don't necessarily like.
So same person said that.
Same person at a different time and later, by the way. So it should have been like this healing moment. But instead, I just feel like they just don't get me at all. They just don't get me. And it bugs me. It bugs me to death. So there's my festering sore.
Well, there we go.
It's not like
I was actually
detrimental.
not going to have you share anything, but since you did,
sorry. I thought you were asking for that. Sorry.
I was, but I was going to have everyone just conjure it, and then we were going to all work collectively with it. But I'm going to work with yours first, and then and everyone can follow the same steps.
Cool.
Okay. So what I want you to do, Brian, I'm not going to make you tell yours. It's also very
good.
fresh.
Yeah, because it would embarrass somebody in our community. Frog Pants community here.
Yeah, and drop names. Just kidding. Okay, so I want you to conjure the experience. So both of you picture, because you guys can. I want you to picture when it happened, kind of where you were, what the scenario was, and the irony, right, is Scott, yours is just as fresh as Brian's would be, even though it was years ago.
Yeah, it's like 5-6 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, because it's a freeze frame almost, right? Okay, so everyone who's got one of these that's just been kind of it causing them, this distress. Brent, you too. And I want you to picture the most recent one and see yourself in that scenario, okay? Mm-hmm. And just like you're viewing it from outside, right? Maybe you're looking through a window at the scene, but you're up on a hill, you're looking at it, just kind of observe it, okay? And so while you're doing that, I want you to just do it for a minute and just see if anything shifts as you're paying attention to seeing it from a distance with time and like you're literally a character watching it.
I mean, I kind of have the same. There's a dichotomy for me because on the one hand, I'm still annoyed by it because if you really cared, you'd ask, what is it that I do? And then maybe I could tell you, right? I could explain it and you'd have a better understanding of it. But there's this other half of me that still says, no, of course, A, he doesn't know. B, it's fine. Who cares? Like, why does this matter?
Exactly.
And there's an aspect of this that I think you may have said, but it's an important one. I think that when it's somebody that you look up to or see as maybe a mentor is not the right word, but just somebody in a position of respect.
Yeah.
Say that to you, that's different. There's a power dynamic differential there that isn't the same as if it was just some rando. If it's some rando, I do not care. They don't get under my skin anymore. It doesn't bother me one bit. In fact, I am at a stage where I am all out of shits to give. And if you are there just to be miserable and lame, you're on mute. Like, I'm done. Yeah. So that stuff doesn't bother me at all. But when it's like something like, somebody you love, respect, or otherwise, I don't know what the words are for those things, but that's why I think I have this split. Because on the one hand, I think they may not understand it, but I think they're impressed that I got to do what I wanted to do in life.
Yep.
But at the same time, they say things like that when they're talking to other people, and why I can't let that go, I don't know. It's weird.
Because you had to assume there's even maybe a little bit of jealousy. He knows that you're doing the thing. You found a way to turn the thing that you love doing into a job, into a career. And he's said as much that, Scott's got it figured out. He's, able to do what he loves as a career. But then the comment was almost like a little like jealousy jab of like, man, I wish I could do that, but whatever Scott does.
Whatever he does. It's like,
also,
exactly.
It wouldn't be a joke if you were a lawyer. He wouldn't be like, well, whatever Scott does. We all know what you do.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. But at its core, and this is what we're hitting at, is that he is hitting on some kind of insecurity. And it may not be that you are ambivalent about your career choices. It could be that, but it's probably more about needing to be understood. And having times in your life or a history of not fully being understood or being seen as different or whatever. And here is somebody who's, I'm going to just use the 80s movies trope, is a jock and is not get the nerd. And it is, and there is some sort of leftover bits of that are from a younger time in your life. And he just typed in the code real quick and pushed a button and has never thought about it since as a funny joke or whatever. And for you, it's already, there's already chords in there that have been played before. And so that's why it's so sticky, because our brains will want to protect us from the things that were previously painful. They don't want them to, our system doesn't want that to happen again. So it's hyper vigilant. So when I'm looking at Brent's story, I'm like, this is I got to not do this in real life, guys, which is like, what happened to you? Like sometimes I'll be in public and see someone and be like, what happened to you? Like, why are you doing this?
That's, I don't think there's any way we can ever stop doing that, because I do that all the time. I don't even have the therapy background. And I'm like, what the heck happened to you to turn you into this kind
moment? Yeah. Because something did, right?
Yeah.
And so something here for Brent did. And, for you, Scott, there's maybe something there too. And so here's what's powerful is when you can go and find it, right? You can find where that original wound took place or that series of small death by 1,000 cuts. I'm working with an adult woman who just was diagnosed with ADHD. And I've been telling her this for years. And she went to a psychiatrist who told her in 10 minutes, she's like, don't you have to test me? She's like, no. and this woman is brilliant. She's literally altering the course of the earth. She is, her whole deal is cooling technology, selling it to hot countries. Like, she's a genius. Now, what's challenging is she's heard her whole life that whole problem of potential versus ability versus follow through versus impulsivity, like all of the things that go with that diagnosis of being a brilliant human being with a different kind of brain and a different kind of functioning. And she's doing all of that with her hands tied behind her back. So we're finally, girlfriend's getting a little Ritalin in her. And I'm telling you, cooling the earth is going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, she's just incredible. So it's like from, and you're looking at someone and you're going, oh, look how successful and wonderful they are. But I could poke, I mean, I know now, I could poke at how it took her 7 years to get her bachelor's degree because she changed her major. And I'm not kidding. 7 times.
Jeez. Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. And then dropped out of law school. I mean, the stuff this woman could have probably done if she could have focused would have been incredible, right? But I could just needle in anywhere there about something, but I wouldn't know. I could be joking. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we're picking up stuff because there's something that makes it funny. Sure. Or you can't be sarcastic unless some of the truth might be there, right? Yeah. But who knows if you're hurting someone or not. So that's just it. Every one of us has our own little keyboard. And there's certain chords people play accidentally because they're related to some way we were hurt previously. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would have Brent get really curious about. You know, when does he remember the first time somebody joked? I assume it was as a teen. That's why he remembers this 10% of joking thing, what happened there, and has this shown up in other relationships, and, how is he trying to protect himself? And I'm telling you right now, we already know how his brain is trying to protect him. And that is ruminating over and over and over for weeks and trying to protect them from that person who might actually hurt them. So it comes in the form of being a little mad at them and avoiding them. Right. Mm-hmm. So the answer is not grow a thicker skin or just take it as a joke.
Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it. It's actually to figure out maybe there's some things that need some healing. Mm-hmm. And, we can still, no one's going to ever have 0 wounds, right? And no sore spots. But maybe that they're less about literally every topic might mean that this is a pretty core one, a pretty core developmental personality one. That's getting, kind of triggered here or there. Yeah. So Scott, we're not going to leave you hanging though. We got to help you here.
Oh, I mean, sure. I mean, I'm kind of just like.
Do you feel better now?
Well, I guess I can say so. I'm trying to
you
dance
said
around.
It still bothers you a little bit.
It does still bother me, but there have been some recent developments that have made me realize that it's a little petty to have it still bother me, given other realities. So I think Wendi knows what I'm talking about. But
I do.
That's a weird thing too in its own right. that kind of helped me get not, like suddenly I went, oh, that's dumb to think about that anymore. This other stuff's way heavier,
Okay. So that can be helpful and can be growth, right? Right. Mm-hmm. But because I know too much about your background, let me cheat a little bit here. Okay. Is any of this connected to I want you to think about when you were a kid and you had to explain what your dad did.
That's funny. That's interesting. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. There's a bit of that. I remember that being hard.
Yeah. Really hard.
Difficult to describe because he was kind of all over the place too. Talk about being neurodivergent at a time where nobody knew what the crap that meant.
Heck yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, there was some of that. There's also just always been, I was always just a little odd. So
you combine the two. And I'm not saying describing what your dad does is going to blah, 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 but your dad and mine. I still don't even know how to describe what he did. And I have a fairly straightforward profession, but I have found myself in a similar, what do I do? I don't know. Do I call myself this word? It's weird. We have weirdness around this a little bit. Right. And I think it's because Dad did so many weird things and it wasn't always successful. And sometimes it was devastatingly not successful. And sometimes it was crazy. It was not like everyone we knew and their dads.
No.
Like everyone we knew, we could say their dad's job in 1 or 2 words.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And usually, you have never had that job.
No, never had. I don't have a way to describe mine that way. Dad never did.
No.
I mean, yeah.
Mine's the closest to 1 word and it still feels weird.
Yeah.
But So you can take, so even just that. So I want Brent to hear that. Like, so if Brent has siblings, that have a chat with them about their own experience with certain things, like see if they do that. Talk to a friend about this. A friend just be like, okay, what do you do when someone like razzes you, whatever the word is, and not razzes you.
Someone
They razz your riz.
They glaze you is what you really want.
Yeah.
But okay, so you ask them about it and see if they have any like insight into you or to, your history, right? So sometimes that can be helpful. So just even pieces of puzzles being put together can help, right? And recognizing, so Scott, I also know if we think about this person's own father figure situation,
Yeah.
you can have a lot of compassion for, we got the way better end of the deal.
Oh,
And-
no doubt about that. Yeah.
And so that freedom to express yourself as your weird full self and make a living doing it is incredible. And I think this person sees that and never had that option.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fun part of it, actually digging into some of these things for people, is you realize it is not just I'm stuck in my brain repeating itself. That is the far end of the deal. And it is your brain just trying to protect you and find a story that keeps you safe from someone who's going to hurt you. And it is our system working the way it's supposed to work. It sucks. It is not the best option. I know this is so gross and it's the Johnson, so it has to come to barfing and poop. But if you think about the best way for a human not to be poisoned, it is to evacuate the whole system.
Right.
Nobody likes it. No one would vote for that system. Everyone would be like, yeah, let's never have nausea be a thing. Like, no. But can you think of a better system that does the job? And maybe, Similarly, our brains have only a couple of ways, and our systems have only a couple of ways to protect us. And fear is our biggest one. Anxiety, panic, run, fight or flight, all of those things, they don't feel good. But
They're
they are
all
effective.
unpleasant. You're right. They're all unpleasant,
Exactly.
but they're effective
And it
because
gets your
they're
idea.
unpleasant.
100%. If it felt like a cozy hot cocoa in your hand, you wouldn't do anything. You would just probably die.
Yeah.
Right? So that ruminating brain, picking up on one small thing and reeling it around like a rock tumbler, making it smooth and perfect and well-worn, is its way of saying, I don't have any other tool but this stupid story.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it until you are safe from harm. And I don't even know if that guy's that scary, but it doesn't matter. We are going to keep you safe. So to stop that, you've got to figure out why it needs to protect you and give it a break. It doesn't need to do it. It doesn't need to do it for 99% of your interactions.
Yeah.
But it is doing it for a reason. So finding the reason is, part of the challenge, and shifting that can be really powerful.
It's also, culturally interesting that somehow it matters so much to people. It's the first question they ask at a party. If they haven't seen you for a long time or whatever, they ask you, so what do you do? And
it's so American.
That's so like part of who you are. And it really, I guess it is in some ways, but it's not the key
it's
thing.
who you are, not a part of who you are.
Yeah.
It's who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and think about what it does. I can sum up who you are if you tell me you're a lawyer or a doctor. I don't need to be that curious about you, actually. I have a bunch of information. I think I've told this story before. I'll tell it really quick. Just in Sweden, it's the opposite. You do not ask what people do. That's kind of rude. Now, it's not that it's never happens, but it really is not a social norm like it is in the US.
Yeah.
And
It's like tipping in France. You just don't do it.
Yeah. So it's just weird. And they know Americans are going to, so they just kind of manage it.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine worked for Volvo, and he was at this sort of gathering for some meeting or something. And some Americans had come for various reasons, and there was a lot of different people there. And the CEO of Volvo was there. And this American came up and was like, so what do you do? And he's like, I work with cars. And he's like, okay, well, what do you do with the cars? He's like, a lot of things with the cars. Like it was like, why are you asking? And what that American really was asking was like, how do I rank you? How do I understand you? How do I know you? So a great trick should be:
are you a taxi driver? Are you a mechanic? Are you a CEO?
Or do you run the joint? Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And their organizational charts are very flat in Sweden, so it's really hard to tell who's in charge. But one thing would be really fun at a party is, you ask everyone to come, but they're not allowed to talk about their jobs. And you'd have to real stretch on what do we talk about, because it is really culturally normative. So
yeah, it's the thing you just did for 8 hours before you got to the party. You literally are like, doing that every day for 5 days or whatever your work schedule is. And so I get why it's the easy go-to. But there are some people. And
if you started with, what are your fears? No one's going to want to talk to you.
Right.
Yeah.
When was the last time you felt scared?
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Because no one's asking that. Nobody's going, why do you think the sky is blue? And then you can answer that question. There are scientific answers to that. But that's so much more fun than, so how's business? It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah, they got to get creative. That's why people avoid social settings. They need to get more creative. Yeah. Okay, so final words for Brent. Just get curious. Talk to somebody who has done this in your life before. Maybe it's been a while. And find out. I mean, I just wish someone could come back to him and apologize, or say, like, just so he would have actual proof. And he might actually have proof. That the hard thing is, it's not what cures it. It's truly figuring out why your brain is trying to protect you from getting these sort of sensitive responses. Like, for example, if it's about work, hobby, sports, literally anything, maybe it's the joke means someone thinks he's wrong or dumb. And that's the core thing, right? You can find it if you go looking. Oh, my greatest fear is that people will not think I'm smart, or they will think I'm, whatever. Like, you imagine taking a kid and being like, you are greedy. You aren't sharing with anyone. You are greedy. And the rest of your life, you're like, I just can't be greedy. I'm so worried I'm greedy. I'm worried people are going to think I'm greedy. You're like, where'd that come from? Oh, well, you can find it. It's in there. So just to be curious about the source of this, I think when he says, is there a name for this? It's called sort of being alive, anxiety and rumination. There's all sorts of terms you would use for what's going on with his brain. And some people experience this like their inner critic. There's a lot of different versions of what this is, and there's a lot of ways to help it. So,
well, there you go.
It's not terminal.
I like to think we were talking to Brent the dog the entire time, by the way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I hope he's a pup.
Brent is rubbing his chin, saying, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, I hope that's what's happening. But if it's not, Brent, let us know if this helped.
Exactly. And remember, Brent, you've got a Brent in me.
Yeah.
So,
we've all got we all need a Brent right now.
Yes.
In that, I mean a dog. We all need a dog is what I'm saying. Wendi, that's awesome. Let's do, I guess you're going to be here next week. So I don't know if we'll see you.
Yeah, I don't fly out till Thursday night, so I can still do it if you want.
Oh, okay. We'll see how things are going for you craziness wise and make sure it works. But that'd be cool. No Better You, anything happening over there we should worry about or tell people?
So many things happening in January. So go give me your email. That would be great. And you'll be the first to know.
Nice.
So just go to knowbetteryou.com.
That's right. KNOW betterletteru.com.
Yeah.
All right. Go find it. It's on the website as well. I have a link up there.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Wendi, that was awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.
All right, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
And now we leave. Quick note. So you got Brian right after all this.
That's right.
With
a little Christmas music. Let's get you in the mood with some, the Christmas song and mistletoe and wine and deck the halls and I'll be home for Christmas and all that stuff.
All the fun stuff. Get in there. All the fun
stuff. Twitch.tv/Coverville.
Hey, where do you stand? This is a quick dumb question. Where do you stand on being Whamageddoned if it's a cover of Last Christmas and not
covers don't count? Has to be
don't count. Okay, that's what I thought, and that's what we were talking with Tom and on their bonus thing last week.
End of thing. Yeah,
and they were saying as long as that doesn't happen, you're okay. So I thought I got Whamageddon by a cover, and then they told me, and I went, oh, okay, cool, I'm good. And about half an hour later, the real one was on. So
the real one came on.
Yeah,
Tina. So Hammond got Whamageddon minutes into December 1st. Like basically, He was up late. Stacy put on a station, and Wham's Last Christmas was one of the first songs that got played after midnight on December 1st. So he got immediately Whamageddoned. For me, it was later when I was asked to listen to something by somebody, and I don't think they intended for me to get Whamageddoned, but they wanted me to check something out. So there's that.
They weren't there to trap you. You weren't,
They weren't there to trap me.
That's good. Yeah,
I think they may not know about Whamageddon, and they asked me to listen to something.
I think it's a fun game. I like it.
It is a fun game, yes. Daniel, you didn't get Whamageddon in November because the game starts December 1st.
That's right. Listen to it all day on the 30th of November. Who cares?
Exactly. Get it out of the way. But once December 1st starts, that's when the game starts.
Yep, that's when the heat happens. Real quick here, a core today, 4 p.m. I wrote 4:30, but we've decided to bump it up a half an hour just to give us a little breathing room.
Cool.
So 4 p.m. main show. That will go an hour, and then at 5:30 we switch over to the Game Awards stream for however long that goes, and then we'll do some wrap-up stuff after. So if that sounds interesting to you, then do check it out. That's all the details at frogpants.com/core, and just watch for the live videos popping today at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, that is it. frogpants.com/TMS for all your needs here, except for a song we don't know about yet because Brian hasn't told us. So what is it?
All right, this goes out to Jim. It's Wham's Last Christmas. No, I'm sorry, just kidding. Rob Belander wrote in and said, "Hi, team. My wife, Teresa, celebrates her birthday in early December, and she loves Billy Joel. Her favorite song is Through the Long Night. Could you find a cover of this, or, failing that, something from Glass Houses? Thanks, guys. Love the show, though." Signed, Rob. Well,
nice.
Rob, a guy named Husalonia recorded an entire album covering every song from Glass Houses. And for a while, he didn't have a way of distributing them. He didn't put them up on Apple iTunes or Spotify. Spotify wasn't around when he reached out to me. He said, "Any chance you would host the album for me, and I could give people a link to download it from, a secret folder on coverville.com." And so for years, not only did I play his songs on the show, I actually kept the album on the site. It's not there anymore. It came down just when I did a recent clean out of the website. But this is one of the songs from it, Through the Long Night, because it came from Billy Joel's Glass Houses album. Here is Husalonia and Through the Long Night.
We'll see you patrons tomorrow for a TMS Friday. So tune in for that, you big weirdos. We'll see you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
We will not discuss the affairs of the clinic.